Our next award presenter is a gentleman who's been to the festival for many years. You all know him, we all love him, Mr. Alex Cord.
Robert Fuller. He's one of the most popular actors I've ever known. Whenever he makes a public appearance, people come from all over the world to see him. I saw with my own eyes a woman from a foreign land come real close to passing out when she saw him. I mean, I thought we were going to have to call a doctor for this lady. I'm not kidding. I've never seen anything like it except in those old film clips that you see about the Beatles and Elvis. It's unlikely that you'll ever hear a negative thing said about Bob Fuller, but in the off chance that you do, you can bet your life that it's not true. I've known him for about 45 years. He's been a trusted, loyal, and compassionate friend. He's one of the best people that God put on this planet. He's kind, he's generous, and thoughtful. Not more than a week ago, I saw him trip over himself just to hold a door for somebody, a stranger. He's my brother, and I love him. And if he and I weren't both happily married to such beautiful women as Jennifer Savage and my wife, Susanna, I might seriously consider asking for his hand. The guy is a spectacular cook. He's damn near perfect, except for two things. This is a little on the inside, but you can ask him about it later. He needs to find himself a halfway decent hairdresser and a place to live in Texas. Because if he gets to Texas, I can fix him up with my barber, and he could end up with a haircut like this. Costs $1.69 instead of the $40 he gives to the butcher of Burbank. Bob Fuller is truly one of the greatest treasures in my life. I mean that with all my heart. And I am honored by his friendship. Robert A. Fuller, would you kindly step out here and try to behave yourself?
Anymore, Joy. You can see. I could have killed you. You took an awful chance, Mr. Rockford. So did you, Joy.
Is it wrong that I love you?
No, but it's wrong and I still want you to. Here, take some of it. Here, take a sip of it. Something wrong? No, nothing's wrong, Charlie. There ain't nothing wrong. Here. Mister, you got a piece of my hide tonight and you walked away without a mark. How about trying it again, just you and me?
Are you challenging me as an equal?
As an equal? Mister, I never thought of you as anything but. All I want to do is find out how many times I can knock you down. Some people spend all their life looking for something. Never really know what they're looking for. But hope, now that's something you can't give up. See, there's a reason for you being here. Now finding out that reason, that's hope. You'll see. Someday it'll pay off. You're strong inside and you're not afraid. Those two things won't let you down. Not now, not ever.
Hey, what are you doing down there? Oh, you're a barrel of laughs. Hey, yes, you took a bath a couple of days ago. Well, I know that school mom invited you out for supper. I understand she cooked some pretty mean chicken, but 2 baths in 1 week. You're going to be looking like a prune. Well, just to get away from your cooking, I'd take 2 baths a day and 6 on Sunday. All right, I know I'm not handy in the kitchen. But you and a school teacher, boy, that's some combination. Well, like I always say, it's never too late to learn. Besides, you're just jealous because she asked me instead of you.
If anybody's still of a mind, let's play some poker.
We're in the company of heroes, and we've sure seen a bunch of them. You know, a few years back, I was very fortunate to receive the Golden Boot Award, and the presenter was none other than Clayton Moore, the Lone Ranger. And I was pretty proud of that. That's the cake. Being presented this great Cowboy Spirit Award from my dearest and best friend, Alex Cord, is the frosting on the cake. And I want to thank you, Alex. I want to thank you for one of the nicest introductions I've ever had in my life, for those generous and wonderful, truthful words. Thank you, pal. That was dynamite, and I'll never forget it. Before I go any further, there's somebody special in the audience that I'd like to introduce. She's been down here in Tucson for the last few days, visiting some friends, dear friends of mine, May and Val Robbins, who have a nice ranch down there. And she was kind enough to come up and spend a day or two with me. The light of my life, my wonderful wife, Jennifer Savage. And you may have seen her on JAG. She plays that hard-nosed judge, but she's not like that at home. Well, you know, as a kid growing up in Florida, I used to go to the movies. I'd see 3 or 4 westerns in one day on a Saturday. And I'd see Bob Steele. I'd see Don Red Berry. I'd see Gene Autry and Roy Rogers. My hero, Joel McCrea. And all these wonderful, wonderful cowboys. And never ever did I dream that quite a few years later, I would be walking onto the set of Laramie with my co-star John Smith, shaking hands with Bob Steele and Don Red Berry and all of these wonderful cowboys, and being able to meet Gene Autry and Roy Rogers, and then finally one day having my real dream come true to do a movie with Joel McCrea. Never ever did I think that would happen. And it's happened because of all of you great fans out there that have stayed with me for all these years. And I feel I've been a very, very lucky man. I'm very fortunate right now to have quite a few people in the audience that most of them I've known for quite a while. Some are new fans that I just met. But it is a fan club of mine that extends all over the world. I have some people here from Japan, Germany, England, Canada, and all over the United States. And if you all would bear with me for just a second, please. They gave me a beautiful party last night over at the Best Western, and it was just private, just them and myself, and it was delightful. And I'll do this very quickly. I just want to say thank you so much to Carrie, Kim, Nebby, Moria, Rachel, Carol, Amy, Atsuko, Randy, Bev, Karen, Kristen, Brooke, Sandra, Janie, Diane, Kyoko, Noroko, Tony, Angelica, Tracy, Terry, Elle, Randy, and Vernette. Thank you, guys. I love you so much. You all are so sweet. Now, again, some more thanks. Number one to Mary Brown. I mean, we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for her having this wonderful festival of the West. It is the best of the West. It's rated as one of the 100 top events in the year. To me, it's the number one, and I'm sure you all feel that way, too. She's done a great job. Her delightful husband Jim and Weston and Carrie, Casey and Chet and all of the people that work so hard to make it so easy for all of us. I love you all and thank you so much for that. You've been a great help. Mary, many, many, many years ago, when I was doing Laramie, she had a hero, and that hero was John Smith. She fell in love with him. She liked what he did. And it meant a lot to her because she's a pretty cowgirl herself, you know. So as the years went by, I imagine she had this in the back of her mind somehow, and she did get to meet John. Unfortunately, as we all know, Smitty is not with us anymore. He passed away quite a few years ago, but he was my co-star and he was my pal. And Mary did get to meet him. She got to spend a lot of time with John, and they got to talk together and become very, very good friends. Later on, in 1991, Mary decided that she was going to make this Festival of the West, and she did. And 14 years later, you can see what a gigantic production it's turned out to be and how fantastic it is. Mary, where are you? Honey, I'm certain that if John Smith was still alive today, he would have received this award long before me. So, if you don't mind, in my heart, I'd like to share it with Smitty. Thank you all very much.
Wow, that was pretty special. Yes, my hero was John Smith, but you're special too. I love you. Thank you. That was very